6.4, factoring x squared plus bx plus c. So this is factoring when we have nothing that sits in front of that x squared. And in our case, the first one that we're going to look at, this objective, is to factor trinomials of the type x squared plus bx plus c, where c is greater than 0, so that we have a positive or plus c at the end. We'll deal with when we have a negative c at the end in the next video. So our key concept here is that what we're looking for when we factor is two numbers multiply together to get c and add together to get b. And one of the things I like to write out is this x. And on one side of the x, I have a little x at the top and little y at the bottom. And I'm looking for x times y will equal my c, and x plus y equals my b. So two numbers multiply together to get c, add together to get b. Let's look at some examples. So again, here I have x squared plus 7x plus 10, and I want factors of 10 that add together to get 7. So on this side, multiply to get 10, add to get to 7. Multiply, so an x times y, this would be an x plus y. So two numbers that multiply together to make 10, well, that would be 1 and 10, but that doesn't add for 7, or 5 and 2. And 5 and 2 make 7, so then I give two sets of parentheses, x plus 5 and x plus 2. And that would be our answer. Let's try this again. So x squared plus 5x plus 6. So what I'm looking for is two numbers that multiply together to get 6. So this is x times y to get 6, and x plus y makes 5. So factors of 6 would be 1 and 6. 1 and 6 could make 5, but I would have to subtract 1 from 6, and that wouldn't work. Or 2 and 3. And 2 plus 3 makes 5. So it would be x plus 2 and x plus 3. And we factored. Our next one, x squared plus 8x plus 12. So again, two numbers that add to, multiply together to make 12, add together to make 8. So factors of 12, 1 and 12, nope, doesn't make 8. 2 and 6. Add together, yes, or 3 and 4, so 2 and 6. So we get 2, 6. So x plus 2 and x, not 8, x plus 6 make 8. A couple more here. Two numbers that multiply together to get 12 and add together to get negative 8. Notice that this negative stays with the number. So factors of 12 is going to be 1 and 12. 1 and 12, 2 and 6, or 3 and 4. Now if I had a negative 2 and a negative 6, I add those together and I get a negative 8, and a negative times a negative makes a positive. So I end up with x minus 2, x minus 6. My next one, two numbers multiply together to get a positive 16, but add together to get the negative. Remember, this is x plus y, x times y, just in case we forgot. So 16 would be 1 and 16, 2 and 8, 4 and 4, 2 and 8 make 10, and that would be a negative 2 and a negative 8. So x minus 2, x minus 8. One more set here. And that would be a squared plus 7ab plus b squared. Notice that now I don't have just one whole number at the end there. And inside here I have 2. So when I give my sets of parentheses, I know I'm going to start with an a and end with a b. Start with an a, end with a b. And that will give me the b squared at the end. Still multiply together to get 10, add together to get 7. So that would be a 2 and 5, just as what we've done in the past. So plus 2b and plus 5b. Last one here. Multiply together to end up with 2. Add together to get negative 3. Notice that we have a p and I need a q in both. So p, q. They're both going to need to be negative to make that positive. And I need multiply together to get 2, add together to get 3, negative 1, negative 2. So negative 1 is invisible, and negative 2. Alright, so here are 3 problems for you to try.